Earth contact and the threat captain Jake Morrison barely noticed his coffee had gone cold. Every sense was focused on the sensor readouts as Lisa Martinez's voice cut through the tension. Captain, I'm picking up something big, and it's coming our way fast. On the star map, red icons bloomed, multiplying with every passing second. Whatever was out there, it was bigger than anything Earth had ever built. Jake's crew snapped into action. Dr. Emma Rodriguez studied the sensor. Readings at Lisa's side. They'll reach us in 30 minutes at this speed, Jake. And the tech is off the charts. Jake's mind raced. Their ship, the Starbound, was a Scout, one of humanity's first interstellar exploration vessels. Months from home and weeks from the nearest help. If these new arrivals weren't friendly, no one would come to save them. He gave the order. Red alert. All senior staff to the bridge. The crew filed in, Ryan at communications, Emma and Lisa at science and tactical, every face tense but resolute. As the alien ships grew close, Jake gave the only order he could. Send out a standard first contact message. All frequencies. Let them know we're peaceful explorers from Earth. The minutes crawled by. When the ships finally appeared, the Starbound's bridge fell silent. The alien fleet filled the view screen, black angular spears, bristling with weapons, easily. 10 times larger than the human ship. Incoming transmission, Ryan announced, voice tight. On screen, Jake ordered. A monstrous figure filled the bridge's main screen. Tall, armored in living metal, with slitted yellow eyes and scales. Like obsidian. I am Supreme Commander Czar of the Vorthak Dominion. You primitive creatures have entered our space. This is a crime punishable by death. Jake forced himself to stand tall. I'm Captain Jake Morrison of the Earthship Starbound. We're explorers. We didn't know this was your territory. If you want us gone, we'll leave. Czar's laugh was like breaking glass. Peaceful? How amusing. Your ship is weak. Your technology is pathetic. You will surrender or be destroyed. Emma stepped forward. Commander Czar, we mean no harm. We have knowledge and science to share. What could primitives offer the Dominion? Czar spat. You have 1 minute to surrender. After that, you will see what real power looks like. Jake looked around at his crewgood people, dreamers, explorers. He refused to let this bully decide their fate. No. Czar leaned forward, eyes burning. What did you say? Jake held his ground. We will not surrender. We've done nothing wrong. We are not your enemies unless you make us your enemies. Czar's voice thundered. You dare defy the Dominion? All ships, open fire. The transmission cut. The Starbound shuddered as alien weapons hit their shields. Energy lanced across the hull. Systems sparked. Warning lights blazed. Jake barked. Orders. Evasive maneuvers. Full power to shields. Emma, get to medical and prepare for wounded. Lisa's voice shook. Shields down to 60% after one hit, Captain. We can't take much more. Ryan pushed the engines to their limits, weaving through the gaps between alien ships. They're too fast, too many. Jake triggered the emergency communication beacon. Knowing the odds were against them, his message was short. This is Captain Morrison of the Starbound. Contact with hostile aliens. Vorthak Dominion. Superior tech. Outnumbered. They intend to conquer or destroy. Prepare for war. Morrison out. The Starbound shot past the Vorthak formation. Battered but not destroyed. As the aliens regrouped to pursue, Jake looked at his crew bruised, frightened. But unbroken, the Vorthak had demanded surrender. They would soon learn what it meant to threaten humanity. Earth's answer Jake's message raced home through the darkness. By the time it reached Earth, it was already legend. The warning set the world ablaze. Panic swept across cities and colonies, but it was soon replaced by grim determination. Humanity had been challenged. Now it would answer. Admiral. Patricia Hayes, commander of the Earth Defense Coalition, stood at the center of Luna Base's war room. Her hair was silver, her eyes steely and focused as she surveyed the streams of data. Status? She barked. Commander Ryan Parker, recently reassigned after the Starbound incident, didn't waste words. 50 Vorthik ships detected at the edge of the system. More on the way. They're moving in battle formation. Patricia nodded. Any response to our diplomatic overture? Ryan shook his head. The Vorthik demand unconditional surrender. They want us to abandon 3 continents for colonization? Patricia's jaw set. Send our reply. The message was just one word. No. On the Vorthak flagship, Admiral Krianis sneered as he watched the blue-green marble of Earth turn beneath him. Begin the attack. Target the largest population. Centers. Let them see what happens when they defy us. The first battle was a massacre. Near Mars, 20 human ships met 30 Vorthok vessels. Alien weapons tore through human shields and hulls. Ships exploded 3, then 6. Then 9 each loss felt across every screen on Earth. But every human ship transmitted its final data. Targeting scans, shield frequencies, the angles that Vorthik weapons couldn't reach. Death was transformed into knowledge. On the bridge of the destroyer Defiant, Captain Alex Bennett saw the pattern. They have blind spots directly above and below. Fighters, pattern gamma. Human fighters swarmed around the massive alien ships, firing into weak points. Alex rammed his ship into an exposed Vorthak engine, sacrificing his life to cripple a cruiser. On Luna, Admiral Hayes watched the carnage. Tears in her eyes, but she also saw the hope in the data pouring in. Every loss teaches us. Every death is not wasted. As the battle ended, the battered survivors limped home. Earth mourned its dead, but now it knew its enemy. The Vorthik had won a battle. Humanity had learned how to win a war. Humanity adapts and strikes back 6 months into the war. Everything was different. Dr. Emma Rodriguez was now Earth's most critical scientist. She stood deep in an underground lab, poring over Vorthak technology scavenged from ruined ships. Her assistant, Sam Collins, was young but brave. Look at this, Dr. Rodriguez, he said, tapping at a hollow screen. Vorthak shields adapt to our attacks, but only if we repeat the same pattern. If we randomize energy frequencies, we break through. Emma's eyes sparkled. And their ship armor is thickest at the front and sides, but weakest below. They never planned for an enemy who attacks from unexpected angles. That's our way in. Fleet engineers worked day and night, building new ships with adaptive weapons and flexible armor. The destroyer Relentless was the first true test commanded. By Captain Nicole Turner. In space near Jupiter, Nicole's crew stalked a lone Vorthak cruiser. Approach from underneath. Keep us in the blind spot, she ordered. Their weapons fired in rapid shifting frequencies. The alien shields struggled to keep up, faltering with each barrage. The cruiser's guns spun, too slow and too predictable. Fire everything we have, Nicole called. Missiles, energy beams, kinetic slugs, everything slammed into the cruiser's vulnerable hull. The alien ship erupted in a silent explosion, debris scattering into the void. Target destroyed, reported Kate Morgan, Nicole's weapons officer. Send the data to Fleet Command, Nicole replied. 1 ship, 1 kill. Throughout the fleet, humans adapted. Fighters swarmed and faded. Missiles struck from unexpected vectors. Every battle brought new tactics, and every loss made the survivors smarter. Admiral Krianis watched from his flagship, deeply unsettled. The Vorthik had always dominated through strength, but humans were changing the rules, turning defeat into victory. He wondered, for the first time, if the cost of conquest might be higher than the reward. The war of annihilation of Vorthak. Stung by defeat, turned to terror. They targeted civilian cities, bombing settlements from orbit. The world watched in horror as whole towns vanished in flashes of light. Human rage, once desperate, turned cold and vengeful. Admiral Hayes ordered a new strategy: total war. Human scientists unleashed the Vigilant, the first AI warship that learned and evolved in battle. It coordinated attacks, predicted enemy moves, and exploited every weakness. Human forces set traps among the asteroids. Fleets split, lured, and ambushed the Vorthik. Dr. Rodriguez's adaptive weapons spread across the fleet. and Sam Collins' shield hacks gave humans a fighting chance in every duel. As the Vorthok closed on Earth, the final battle erupted. Above the homeworld, human ships filled the sky, some old and battered, others new and untested. Decoys and stealth drones flickered across enemy screens, sowing confusion. The Vigilant hacked Vorthok systems, turning their own weapons against them. EMP bursts disabled engines, and boarding parties led by Jake Morrison stormed alien ships, sabotaging reactors and command bridges. Space burned. Ships shattered. No quarter was given or asked. On the bridge of the Vorthok flagship, Admiral Krianis realized too late that his enemy was not a primitive species, but a force of nature. Erasure and aftermath, the flagship's hull was breached by human marines. Jake Morrison, scarred, tired, but unbroken, led the final assault. He faced Krianis, blaster drawn, his voice calm and deadly. You wanted war? Prepare to be erased. The last resistance collapsed. Human ships circled, trapping the battered remnants of the Vorthok fleet. Orders were given: total surrender or destruction. Most alien commanders chose surrender, but a few tried to fight and were vaporized in moments. The sky above Earth cleared. Humanity had survived. In the aftermath, Admiral Hayes sent a message across the stars. We did not seek this war. But if you threaten Earth, you will be erased. Let this be our last warning. The cost was unimaginable: millions dead, cities ruined, scars that would take generations to heal. But Earth was free. The Vorthok Dominion, broken and humbled, retreated to the far edges of the galaxy. Their legend of invincibility shattered forever. Jake stood with his crew on the bridge, looking at the battered planet below. We did what we had to do, he said quietly. For everyone who couldn't fight back, for everyone who dreams of peace. The world mourned and rebuilt. Humanity's strength, unity, and creativity had changed the galaxy. And now their warning was legend. And in the darkness beyond, all who heard it knew. Never again would Earth bow to conquerors. End.